Driving car number 40 from Dedham, Massachusetts, now living in Charlotte, Pete Hamilton. Good luck, Pete.
When I first came down here, I got kidded a great deal of being a Yankee. I am proud that I am a Yankee for a lot of reasons, but number one, there's been very few people from New England that have ever come down to this, basically a southern racing circuit, and made it. Now, I'm not saying that I have made it. By gosh, they're not going to forget me either down here.
From Randolph, North Carolina, car number 43, Richard Petty.
Richard Petty is a winner. He can take a Plymouth from any dealer's stock, re-engineer it, paint it Richard Petty blue, and race it at near 200 miles an hour all day long.
In car number 21 from Timminsville, South Carolina, Cale Yarborough.
I remember when they used to chase me out of town for speeding, and now they advertise it.
Cale Yarborough drives stock cars for a living. He's set speed records at most of the big tracks in the South. In the world he lives in, among the people who watch him, and the men who run against him, all over car-worshipping America, Cale Yarborough is known for a real hard charger. There was a time when all it took was guts and gas money to be a hero on a Sunday afternoon. All over the South, you raced the car you drove to the track and hoped you didn't bang it up too much to drive it home. Suddenly, the South had its own big-time sport, whose heroes drove Pontiacs and Hudson Hornets, who learned to drive, some of them, on moonless nights running moonshine whiskey past the revenuers, and some of them partied all night and drove hungover. And some of them became legends. That's Southern stock car racing. Anyway, that's the way it used to be. Progress, Super Speedway 1970. The old quarter mile stretched out to a mile, 1.5, 2.5 miles of special compound concretes. Promoters dreamed of long, steep-banked ovals. Detroit provided the super stock cars. The drivers came along for the ride, all drawn into an upward spiral of speed, size, and money. Progress. Plymouths, Fords, Mercurys, Dodges are taken straight from the dealer's showroom and then specially engineered, tuned, and balanced with spacecraft precision to one specification: maximum safety at maximum speed. The cost is in the millions. No driver could afford it. Who pays it? Detroit, for one. They soon learned that when a car won on Sunday, its sales went up on Monday. And a lot of other companies are willing to buy a racing win to advertise themselves.
883, that's second fastest. Cale Yarborough, second fastest.
I was coming to the tracks, and I seen that we had representatives, you know, from Grey Rock and Prestone and Goodyear and people like this. So I more or less elected myself to be God's PR man. Just like we were talking about Maurice Petty, the day Maurice came to the first prayer service in the chapel, he was the first man in the chapel, and that day they won the race. And Neil Soapy Castle was the last man in that day, and Neil came in last. So for the benefit of skeptics, you reap what you sow, I guess.
Sponsors don't spend money to finish second, so practice begins days before the race. Pete Hamilton drives for Richard Petty. Together, they're the Petty Enterprises Plymouth racing team. When he's not practicing, Pete watches Richard practice. There's still a lot he can learn.
I'd say Richard Petty is the almighty tactician and thinker on the racetrack. He is still, overall, the toughest man that there is in NASCAR to beat.
Practice is a grueling process of run, watch, run again that molds car and driver precisely to the track to be run. Driving this season with Richard Petty, the Southern master, is Pete Hamilton's big break. The winning combination he's been looking for since he was a rookie.
No rookie gets into a fantastic race car. It just is an impossibility. As a result, he doesn't look that good. And so he has to take a piece of fairly inferior equipment and maybe hang it out just a little bit farther than really is necessary to catch the eye of the people in the factories or the people like the Petties or people that have money or influence to get you involved with the kind of a racing situation that you have to win.
Hamilton laps 3 cars on the Hamilton will again take the lead. And here comes Pete Hamilton into the trial.
Pete Hamilton coming up on
Pete Hamilton back in front.
Pete Hamilton side by side coming down that long back straightaway.
Hamilton running right up on the wall.
Cale Yarborough, and he's moving around. Cale Yarborough and Richard Petty both.
Will he be able to stay up there?
Hamilton trying to pass. Pete Hamilton working like clockwork here. And the checkered flag for Pete Hamilton.
In Victory Lane. First Victory Lane is loaded with beauty queens. Linda Vaughn, this first floor shifter, is down here in Victory Lane. And more photographers than you'll see anywhere in the world. Pete Hamilton getting out of the car.
Just by himself.
Pete, of course, has a sip of 7-Up here. Pete Hamilton. Pete, how does it feel to be 26 years old, a bachelor, and in the $100,000 a year income bracket?
Pretty good.
Pete?
I'm 27 though.
Okay.
Groovy. This ball stand? Okay. Back here, Rosie, stand over
With Richard placing 5th, Petty Enterprises picked up almost $25,000 today.
Beautiful.
That doesn't begin to cover the cost of fielding 2 truly competitive stock racing Plymouths. Maybe, if they keep on winning, sponsors will keep on paying their way to Victory Lane.
Big way. There you go.
Hey, Pete.
What I think about Pete Hamilton, I think he's great. He's a new superstar. We're real proud of him, and he drives and uses a Hurst shifter, and he's won 3 great events, and we're really proud of him. Besides that, I think he's cute.
I got my own motor. Thank you very much. Right on.
Victory Lane is only for the drivers with top dollar sponsorship. But there wouldn't be any race without the traffic, the 30 or 40 drivers who get paid to show up every week and run, paid just enough to get their cars to the next race. The Independents.
Yeah, that's right. Mine was, see, we bought our cars from Richard Petty. Yeah, so there was cars that Richard had run the year before and the year before that, and then it abandoned, you know, and come on to the newer ideals they had. So you're still behind even through all this, you know. You pick up one of their cars, something that I really thought I was right, and I went to Daytona figuring, well, I was going to sock it to them. And I got down there and daggone, I got to sock to them. They come with everything. Had them big wing jobs, you know, while they was ready to fly while I was just sailing. Yeah.
So, in a matter of speaking, we're always a year behind them. For an independent, I think my motel bill runs somewhere around $5,000 a year just for motels, and I've eaten every restaurant I think in the United States and in the time I've been racing, and we usually can be found at about the same one all the time because we're like any traveling person. We begin to learn the good places and the cheap places and the best places for us to eat.
We know the cheaper places, not the best ones, the cheaper ones. This is what we, you know, we count on, where we can save the dollar.
My wife don't cook. We go home, if we stay a week, if I get anything to eat, I have to cook it. I mean, because we don't buy groceries, because we know we're going to be on the road to a race somewhere.
They don't say anything, but you know they wonder, what's a big reason? Does racing mean more to me than home life does? All these things has got to go through anyone's mind. If I was in her shoes, I'd be looking for me somebody else, you know.
Well, they've got to like it. Your family's got to like it. We live racing. And when it gets a little tight, we just get a little conservative and tighten the belt up a notch. But I wouldn't quit. If I knew I was going to have to go barefooted and push the old car to the racetrack, I'd still go race. Because I love it.
Richard Petty, the Rebel 400, Darlington, South Carolina, May 1970.
And about that time, I blacked out, and all the turning over and everything was really irrelevant to me because I don't remember it, so anything I don't remember, I don't associate with.
Maybe when you're in the business of winning races, you have to choose what you want to remember. The Petty Woods are full of souvenirs. Of the Rebel 400, the Old Dominion 500, the Carolina 500, the Cracker 400, the American 500, the Southern 500, and the rust of Lee Petty's career. In the number of races he won, and the number of cars he built and broke, Richard's father Lee held all the records till his son broke them. Lee's out to pasture now, watching over the growth of the sky blue racing combine he began.
I'd say that my father would, of all the people I ever seen, would be my hero. Being I was working on a race car, I was working on my father's car, and as far as I knew, he was the only one driving because I could watch all the rest of them, and I did, and I learned a lot by watching all the rest of the boys drive. But I guess I liked the way he drove the best because he was the one that was paying me more or less.
Pete Hamilton, the Yankee Bandit, the newest member of this racing clan.
The thing that I missed most about being away from New England and my home up there is that I knew everybody up there and everybody knew me. I had a lot of friends there that were completely unrelated with stock car racing. And we could get together and we didn't necessarily have to talk about stock car racing or talk about racing at all. We were just friends because we had been that way for years, whereas all the people down here that are really my good friends now are directly related to stock car racing. And about half of them I have to race against. And in fact, the guys that I would probably like the most and be the best friends with are these other race drivers. But you can only get just so friendly with a guy that you've got to do mortal combat with every weekend.
Dale Inman, Richard's cousin, builds the cars. A high-speed brush with a guardrail tears up the body and chassis. 500 miles of driving flat out exhausts a racing engine. Each week, the Pettys practically build a new race car, or two.
Complications here.
Disassemble it first. Take off everything that's not welded. Strip down the body, the suspension to their smallest components, clean them, grind them, test them under Richard's supervision. Uncrate a few new competition engines sent by the dozen from Chrysler and take them apart. Richard's brother, Maurice Petty, the chief, has every part blueprinted to maximum specification and tolerance and balances them perfectly. They test for maximum efficient horsepower, Magnaflux for microscopic flaws, disassemble it, and rebalance it. Reassemble and retest. Reshape the body, resculpt it, repaint it, and polish it till it's the perfect, fine-tuned, hard-edged work of art Petty Enterprises is famous for.
But that is racing.
That's racing, Yogi.
That's big time. Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a privilege and a pleasure to invite you to Richard Petty headquarters. The cars that will be placed here at Richard Petty headquarters will be just as it was at the racetrack and as it came back last night. A little explanation about the 43 Superbird that you see here is the car that was wrecked in Charlotte, North Carolina last Sunday. Richard has 30 full-time employees that work 7 days a week to repair these cars. The Superbird has been with us since Thursday night. We'd like to
Don't touch the ground. That's the ground where I can't got no control over.
The all-time race winner, the gentleman who has now won 118 Grand National victories. This year, Richard and Pete have won more than $250,000 in the 3 race cars.
That's what they commit. There they go when they're running. Moving up the raceway, waiting for the ball. Don't do it too late. Somebody.
You can meet Richard Petty's family, Lee Petty, Richard's mother, Linda, the children.
Yes, Richard is a good Christian man. He reads the Bible very often. We read the Bible to the children, read
Ladies and gentlemen, get your book and record of Richard Petty. Meet Richard Petty. I will guarantee you that it is worth $2.50 to see Richard Petty sign his autograph. If you don't think it's worth $2.50 to see it, we'll take the record and book back.
We'd like to remind you once again that Richard Petty is with us today, taking a tour of the North Carolina State Fair. He will be with us very shortly. We'll expect him back any minute.
Watch it, gentlemen. As Mr. Peterson is coming your way, he prepares to take it well beyond that first elevation, and he's moving into the turn.
Perfect. You got his speed and everything was perfect. But when it hit,
with every turn of that powerful engine bringing him closer and closer, with Lady Luck on the one side and the Grim Reaper on the other, we are prepared for an avalanche of automotive fury. We are set and ready for a crescendo of flashing steel. He's on it! Down perfectly on the lumber, and we'll have him back in front of Grandson after that one for an outstanding champion. Not only for Jake Pumpstead, but for all the world champion hell drivers.
They come with custom-crafted trailers and knockdown pickups, with crews of mechanics, and with a brother-in-law and his wrenches. They come from the Carolinas and the Virginias, the Smokies and the Ozarks, from Porterville and Timmonsville and Danville, from Spartanburg and Christiansburg and Lynchburg, from Hueytown in Alabama and Chattanooga in Tennessee, from Asheboro and Wilkesboro and Jonesboro, from Horseshoe and Ronda and Skyland in North Carolina, from Inman and Columbia in South Carolina, from Catawba, Randleman, Sumter, and Golden Valley. They come to Darlington to win, to try to win, to race, to try to race, to try to run, just to be here. Richard's here. He comes to them all, week after week on a punishing schedule. He knows Everybody knows that on any Sunday in the season, the name of the game is trying to beat Richard Petty.
Come back, baby, I wanna play house. Well, now you may go to college, you may go to school, you may drive a big Cadillac, but you do nobody. Come back, baby, come here. Come back, baby. Well, come back, baby, I wanna play house.
Who's your favorite driver and why?
Come back,
David Pierce. Because he lives close to home. And he's a good driver.
When I Cale Yarborough, he's going to go or blow. And the Woods boys are going to see that he gets there.
Richard Petty, he can't handle the car in turns. He can't take it.
Yankee Ballot. I tell you, Petty.
Richard Petty?
Yeah, I think Petty's really going to take it all, you know?
Cale Yarborough, if he's the one to go, he's the one to go, man.
Petty and Pete. Who do you think? Richard Petty and Pete Hamilton.
Well, now you may go to college, you may go to school, you may drive a big Cadillac, but you do nobody.
So sweet when you manage to make riding up the road so
Huh? Why? Why you not playing?
Okay. Good morning.
Hey, how y'all doing?
How are you? Okay, appreciate it.
Since Cale Yarborough lives just down the road from Darlington, he drives to the track. He'd come flying into any other race.
Thank you. I don't know where we're going to park.
On any track, Cale's known for a real hard charger. But at Darlington, he's a homegrown hero. First time he tried to race Darlington, they threw him out for being underage. Played semi-pro football, was a skydiver and a hell driver and a record breaker. He was top stock driver in 1968. His factory-sponsored Mercury is prepared by the Wood brothers, legends themselves in their own way, and the fastest pit crew in racing.
Feel good, man.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, Charlie Freddie Baker. From Georgetown, Charlie Williams. And your pole sitter who qualified in 100-273 from Spartanburg, South Carolina in the Charlie Williams 1783.
Friends say you can always tell a car that's run at Darlington. It's bound to be torn up a little. That's what they call the Darlington Stripe. And it's what they come for. Cale Yarborough's got his Mercury up front. He's in the trading off for first place. Doesn't seem that Richard or Pete either can quite keep up today. A spin-out slows the field and the leaders make their pit stops. Coming out of the pits, Buddy Baker's high-wing Dodge is first. Cale's behind, but gaining. The Wood brothers are afraid Cale might be thinking with his foot again. He's right on Buddy's tail. Buddy's around, but where's Cale? He hasn't come around the fourth turn.
Hold it, Cale Yarborough spinning out on a back chute and Phil Sutherland. Cale tried to take Buddy Baker on the inside. He just went over the wall. He's riding the inside wall. He lost it. He went up on the rail. He's getting out of the car. He is all right. And it looks like the race is over for Mr. Yarborough.
I ran onto some slow traffic coming off of number 2 turn. I either had to run over them or try to go under them, and it just didn't work. I couldn't keep traction and spun going down the backstretch. And that's just the way it goes. If we'd have had brakes, I think we'd have had a good day. Sorry. I need a drink of water. Want some water? Yeah.
Cale doesn't stay to see the end of the race. He'd rather beat the traffic and get home.
Less than 1/2 lap. He's between 3 and 4. He's still riding in the high groove. He's fished-tailed every time the last little bit coming out of 4, and we've kind of been shaking here with him, but he's coming pretty straight away this time, bounces a bit, comes down the straightaway, takes the checkered flag, and Buddy Baker has won his first Southern 500.
And I'm sure, as my old friend Buddy Davenport would say, he is as happy as a blind dog in a meat house. He's coming down now. Charlie, you could hear the crowd. A lot of them here pulling for Buddy Baker, and he came through. Buddy Baker in car number 6 outran the rest and the best here at Darlington to win the 21st annual Southern 500.
Whatever his racing luck on Sunday, and it hasn't been very good this year, Cale Yarborough's back at work Monday morning. The Wood brothers will have his car ready for him at the next racetrack. Cale was born and raised in Timmonsville in South Carolina, and he's never really left home. He's worked hard, raising turkeys, cutting lumber, growing tobacco, and racing whenever and wherever he could get a ride.
I just knew you had it won, man.
I didn't mean to do that.
If I'd had anywhere else to go, I'd have went. Didn't have nowhere else to go but the race.
He plows the money he makes racing back into a variety of small businesses that have his name on them. His name is also on the notes at the bank. Whatever his racing luck on Sunday, it doesn't hurt the hard-charging legend in Timmonsville.
Yeah, man. Like you said on that, it seems to be something different every time. And you get that straightened out, and then there's something else. They having a hard look man of the year contest, and he's way out front. Man. Put that on there, brother. Boy drove right in the back.
They'll cut that out.
So we can keep control of our inventory and also have centralized warehousing and office space.
Next door to the auction barn, behind the Cale Yarborough 60-minute cleaners, are the offices of Cale Yarborough Enterprises, where Cale, his lawyers and business managers, hustle to make the most of the Yarborough legend.
I got a Yankee lawyer in here, Cale.
Yeah.
Everybody's been hanging on to their wallets.
Yeah.
Of course, I lost mine.
Latest motorsports. We made the cover.
That's all right. So, our number one concern in this whole relationship is the fact that Cale Yarborough, as you know, is a brand name. Cale Yarborough sells certain things. The natural thing for Cale Yarborough, being a race car driver, is to get involved in automobiles, automobile service centers, repair centers.
Meet Cale tonight in person, 6 p.m. until. Free refreshments and meet Miss Car Care during the grand opening of Cale Yarborough's Car Care.
How far is it? They can change 4 tires, put in 20 gallons of gas, check the oil, clean the windshield, give me a drink of water in 15 seconds.
Golly, in 15 seconds?
Yeah. 2 tires, excuse me, I said 4. 2 tires.
Concerned that with a 5-year involvement that Cale get into a sound business situation, that the people that he becomes involved with have the track record, have the background, have the experience to get the job done. We want to make sure that Cale Yarborough is going to get into a deal that's not only going to work, but is going to provide proper consideration for him getting involved. And the reason we're here today is there are a number of things that we...
Even though you make $100,000 a year, it seems like you don't have any around when the year's over. I just hope that my family can live comfortably because they put up with the hard times that we've had, and that the investments that I've made will pay off.
Come on, here. Come on, here. Come here, Janie. Here, come in here. Come on. Here. Come on, here. Come on. That's a good boy. Yeah, I grew up just a few miles from this spot. I moved away for a while. I moved to Charlotte for 3.5 years and lived there, but never was really satisfied, so I made up my mind to come home, and I think that's the best move I ever made. Do a little hunting and a little walking and a little thinking. This is the greatest place in the world to do some thinking. Roscoe, you can't find any birds here, huh? Why don't you go find some birds, huh? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I hope one day to build a nice home back in the edge of these thin pines and fence all this place in and make a real big pasture out of it and have some nice herd of cattle and nice airstrip down through the pasture. And I hope it happens someday. Well, you got to have certainly the sign, a shot of the sign, and the houses, right? And then Cale's got the talk. In other words, the shots and the houses, you can override that with a professional announcer, right? And let's go back to the original idea, you know, of Cale wanting to provide housing for the needy people of this part of the country.
I think that's a general theme that you want to go by, you know, in the low-cost housing, strictly low-cost housing, 235.
And then leave it, like you say, so much on the end, and we'll let these guys come up with the exact information.
Right. But if you could bring this in for the balance of the commercial and then come back and show the lot. You follow what I mean? The sign and the lot with both homes in it? Can you get it such an angle as that?
Hi, I'm Cale Yarborough, inviting you to see my new modular homes.
I had these designed to give quality, low-cost homes to the low-income people of South Carolina. Let me put you in a home that you'll be proud of. I stuttered a little bit on that. Hi, I'm Cale Yarborough, inviting you to see my new modular homes. I had these designed to give quality, low-cost homes to the low-income people of South Carolina. Inviting you to see my new modular homes. Let me put you in a home that you'll be proud of. That was worse than ever, wasn't it?
Cale's candidate for governor is the underdog in heavily Democratic South Carolina. In his race, Watson's got the support of men like Cale and heavy backing from the Republican Party.
Democrat. 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 Democrat.
And a little ballots like these could make a good bit of difference. But when using the big machine.
Watson's losing badly all over the state.
That's bad.
Looks bad for the home
That's
team.
bad, yeah. This hasn't been my year.
Another racetrack, another race day. The Wood Brothers business is a family business. After years of racing with the Woods, Betty Jo Yarborough and Cale are members of the family. You could say that Jack Passano is a member of the Wood Brothers racing family, too. He's head of Ford's Special Vehicles Division, the division that sponsors racing. Passano is the man with the money that keeps the Wood Brothers Mercury competitive. The economy's down. Ford may cut its racing program. No one knows.
If they do know anything, they can't say it. But
No, they won't say it.
I just don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Grover said something about you was had a good deal offered.
Just strictly championship cars, you know, race, no stock cars.
Well, I'd say if you can think you got a better deal, don't feel like you have to stay on with us, because
Well,
we've got along good together for a long time.
Yeah.
And we'll still be that way if you
all right,
have
you know,
to do
I'd
what
like
you have to do.
My problem is making money.
I know that. I know about that.
And
Well, one thing I'm afraid of is next year. I don't know how.
What I'm scared of is getting halfway through the season and they decide they just gonna quit. And then how am I gonna pay my bills then?
Well,
I'll lose everything I got.
Well,
Because business is bad.
Business is bad. They talk a lot about how safe stock car racing has become since its Bamman and Framman days. And it has, inside the car. It's still a risky business every other way. The rules change. The sponsor's dollars, the sport's lifeblood, can stop flowing. Next year, Ford may not race. Chrysler may cut back. You may be without a job. They may decide you're not glamorous enough. Too old, Not the right sort of spokesman? You wrecked too many race cars? Or not enough? It rained once too often when your car was set up right to win. You'll be back on the circuit anyway next year, one way or another.
Listen to your radio. No, ma'am, we have not. Hello, may I help you, please?
Uh-huh.
We have not postponed it yet. Yes, I hate to say it, but it is.
We're going to try, ma'am, at 12 noon. It's a little bit wet, but I think we might.
Speedy bookkeeper from Rockingham, Virginia, 07.
Rockingham, last race of the season. Pete's year with the Petties has made him a power in stock car racing, but the decision has already been made to drop him from the Petty team. Next year, Richard's second car will be a Dodge. Buddy Baker will drive it. If Ford pulls out, this will be Cale's last race with the Wood brothers. If Ford pulls out, Cale will accept an offer to drive Indianapolis-type championship cars in a whole new league, where both the risks and the money are higher.
In a humorous way, Glenn Wood asked me, they were getting ready to qualify, and Glenn and Leonard were working on the car, and I went by to ask Cale Yarborough to come to a prayer service Sunday morning, and Glenn looked up out of the car and he said, "Preacher, you better pray for this engine so we can get in the show."
No matter what kind of show Cale puts on today, the big decisions about his racing life are out of his hands. But once you're behind the wheel, it's Sunday afternoon again, and you're a hard charger. And for a few hours, none of that matters.
Okay.
Richard's bent out of shape. He's not out of the race, but he's out of the running. The lightning pit work of the Wood brothers has put Cale seconds in the lead. He's sure he can hold it. The season started well for Pete and Petty Enterprises, but the last victory belongs to the Wood brothers and to Cale.
Okay, just a minute, everybody.
Cale, can we get you up on top of the car?
It's a welcome victory for Cale Yarborough and for Betty Jo Yarborough, for the Wood brothers, and for Cale Yarborough Dry Cleaners, Cale Yarborough Homes, Cale Yarborough Car Care, Cale Yarborough Enterprises. It's been a long dry spell for Leonard Wood and his Mercury Cyclone spoiler. This is the first clean victory in 9 months for men used to winning.
Came back out for 2 laps.
Well, considering everything's happened this year, I was real nervous.
Don't forget the check. Gracious, here's Miss Falstaff. There's the biggest mug I've ever seen.
I don't even know what the speed was, Jeff. Yeah, was that a new record? Yeah. Right, Jeff. I think it puts us probably 110,000 or something. I'm not sure. I haven't had time to figure it up yet. No, I don't, Jeff. It's all up in the air right now. I'm talking to some people, and it is a possibility that I'll run championship cars next year. Mm-hmm.
Kelly. Come on, it's time for Julie. Kelly.
I wish to
Night, night. See you in the morning, okay? Well, you better glove me then if she's gonna stay. Not gonna love me either?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Please, come on.
Please. I still enjoy racing. It's something that I've learned to love, and it's something that's become a part of me. But to really for it to be fun again, I think would have to be racing for peanuts or just for the fun of it.
The best thing to do is just hold that thing over.
Before they ever heard of Cale Yarborough at Darlington, he was the boy to beat at the Sumter Speedway.
No, he don't come in here and change the rules. He's gonna run 10 laps.
How many you gonna run?
You don't change the rules, Cale.
All right, let's hold it down, boys. Let's get on with this drivers' meeting. Today we're going to run a clean, safe race. We want clean, safe, fast automobiles. If you don't have a safe car, park it in the infield. We don't want it. We want good, clean sportsmanship, no bamming and framming. The first guy I see bamming and framming around here is going to get the black flag. He's going to the infield. That goes double for you, Cale Yarborough. You will go by our rules. I'll have you sitting in the infield on the top of your car using it for a grandstand if you don't observe the rules as I give them to you.
If Cale should happen to win this one today, he's going to have to earn every bit of it, because these fellows have been out here for 3 or 4 weeks just talking about how they're going to run him over the bank. And if my guess is correct, they'll do it just to say that they've run Cale Yarborough off the bank here in years to come from now.
In the earlier days, there was a lot of fun in it. It was more or less a real big party and a little racing. Now it's a whole lot of racing and very little party.
It comes to number 3, Doug Ulrich.